Today, we're going to talk about how data is the future of SEO. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe whatever platform you're coming from if you want to grow both personally and professionally faster. Last week, I was sitting at a dinner. I was at SaaS Doc, which is the best SaaS conference. I was at a founders retreat after the thing, and it was amazing. It was called SaaS Society. And I was sitting with a guy, and he was telling me about his company. I was like, how is your company different from all the other companies? Because their company's doing about 120 million bucks annual recurring revenue, and the other companies are maybe doing $2-3 million a year. I was like, how is your company different? He said, on the outside, we're not that different, but what's really different is the data that we have, and that's how we're doing, so much more, 40x more than these other companies, because they don't know how to do what we're doing. And it's because we know how to weaponize the data for our customers. So what they basically do is say, if they see certain behaviors, if a customer is taking a certain action on a website and they're behaving a certain way, they can make recommendations accordingly, right? And their competitors cannot do that. Now, that is an advantage given through data. Now, when I think about it, when you think about SEO, how things are going, voice search, that's coming up, right? Voice search is getting bigger and bigger. A lot of queries, 50% plus, are voice-based queries right now. And there's so much data being collected from, let's say, your Google Home, which is owned by Google, right? They're collecting a lot of data over there. And then they're figuring out what to do with that data. They're figuring out, should they be creating anything to make life easier for people, right? Also on the other side, you have a lot of clickstream data. So your Google Search Console, your Google Analytics, it shows a lot of behavior. It houses a lot of information on how people behave on your website. So what is to say that, based on all the different titles that you've created in the past, you now know that a certain, like when you change a word to a certain thing, or you maybe make an adjustment, that your titles will perform 20% better. You have that data already. For most people that are producing content already, you have that data. Why are you not using it, right? So what matters more is the next step is, using software like ClickFlow, we can call that out and say, hey, you know what? And full disclosure, I am one of the owners in ClickFlow. But one of the things is, well, you know what? You have this data. Here's what you should be. Here's some insights. Here's what you should be doing. Oh, okay. What's next? Here's what you should be doing. But actually, how about you do it for me? So the future of data is finding that information first, getting the insights, and then eventually it's doing it for the customer. A lot of people talk about machine learning, right? But it's also, how do you tie in automation there too? Because there's a lot of out-of-the-box solutions now when it comes to machine learning, AI, all this stuff. But how do you make it so what you're doing is you're basically taking in the data that you have and you are using it, and also you don't have to do it extra work, right? Then you can grow your company faster. So data is the future of SEO. Like voice search, Google's collecting information all the time. Amazon's collecting information all the time. Everyone's collecting data all the time. By the way, Google owns Google Analytics. They have Google Search Console. They have the most data. Amazon has a lot of data too, right? They have a lot of buyer data too, which is arguably, maybe it's more expensive because they know how people behave and they know how to optimize for that more. They know how to get more transactions going, right? Because they know how to predict behaviors in people. They know how to make adjustments on the fly. By the way, data isn't just the future of SEO. Like if you look at what Google is doing with self-driving cars, that's a lot of driving data. There's also the advertising data. There's the voice search data. Amazon has the e-commerce data. Like everyone's just hoarding, they're collecting the information right now. So more so, this isn't just about the future of SEO. This is about the future of everything in general, right? People say data is the new oil, but a lot of people just sit on it and they don't do anything about it, right? So that's why when I think about software, developing software, it's like, okay, sure, we can help people do things, but the future is calling out the insights and then doing it for the people, right? If AI is going to become more and more of a thing, and we're talking about general AI too, where a lot of people are going to be out of work, and there's probably going to be maybe something around universal basic income, who knows? But a lot of people aren't going to be doing much, right? And a lot of this comes from, well, the machines, the computers doing things for people to help businesses grow faster, and that's what the data is for, right? It's about mining and taking advantage and weaponizing what you currently have. The whole point here is that you are mindful enough to take action and say, you know what, I'm gonna have to do something about this or I'm gonna be left in the dust, right? That is the future of not just SEO, but where things are going in general, right? So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you agree or you disagree if data is the future of SEO. By the way, go look at Neil's tool too, Ubersuggest, right? He's collecting a ton of data too. That is the future of SEO, right? So let me know what you think in the comments, and if you're on YouTube, don't forget to check out the next video over there, and don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, whatever platform you're coming from, and we'll see you tomorrow.